Hello, this is attorney Brian Pendergraft with the Pendergraft firm. The topic for today's video is, can a tenant or squatter or guest be evicted in Maryland without going to court? The short answer is no. Unlike other states, a tenant or squatter cannot be evicted in Maryland without going to court. The kind of lawsuit that needs to be filed is different depending on whether the occupant is a squatter or a tenant. I think it's fair to say that tenants have a bit more protections than squatters. And by this, I mean they generally have the legal right to receive a notice prior to the landlord taking legal action against them. Whereas, on the other hand, there's legal notice is not a requirement to evict a squatter. That said, I'd probably send them a notice anyway. There are three different kinds of lawsuits that can be used to evict tenants in Maryland. Now, the type of lawsuit that needs to be filed differs depending on the situation. So, the first is a failure to pay rent action, and that can be used to evict tenants that are failing to pay rent. The second is a tenant holding over action, which is exactly as it exactly like it sounds. So, the tenant is holding over, meaning that if they are staying beyond the expiration of the lease term, then at that point the landlord can file a tenant holding over action. And the last cause of action is a breach of lease action. That one is used for breaches of the lease other than failing to pay rent. An example is having an unauthorized pet. A squatter or a house guest that refuses to leave can be evicted by filing a wrongful detainer action. Wrongful detainer is used to evict people without the legal right to possess the property, such as tenants. So if a squatter or house guest refuses to leave after their permission to stay at the property has been revoked, at that point they are wrongfully detaining the property, and a wrongful detainer action can be filed against them in order to regain possession of the property. Conclusion: a tenant, house guest, or a squatter cannot be evicted without going to court in Maryland. A tenant can be evicted by using a failure to pay rent action, tenant holding over, or breach of lease action. And squatters and house guests that refuse to leave can be evicted by using a wrongful detainer action. If you need assistance with this process from an experienced landlord-tenant attorney that practices in Maryland, who knows where you may find one? Hint, here. Seriously, my contact information is in the description. Thanks for watching. Bye.